We're halfway through 2026, and I want to give you the real picture, not the national headlines, not the state averages, but the actual numbers for right here, the Schenley Park and Coral Terrace area. Because what's happening in this area is very different from what is going on nationwide. And if you own a home here in the area, or you've been thinking about making a move, this video is going to give you exactly the information that you need to make a smart decision for the second half of the year. I'm Berenice, a realtor and listing specialist here in the Schenley Park and Coral Terrace areas. This is my market, and I'm in it every single week. First, what the first 6 months of 2026 actually looked like here in our area, the inventory, the sales, days on market. And second, what experts are saying nationally about the second half of the year, as well as what that means specifically for our area. So stick with me, because the numbers we will go through connect in a way that it's really important to understand. Going into 2026, economists were genuinely optimistic. The expectation was that mortgage rates would drop significantly, affordability would improve, and home sales would pick up across the nation. Experts were projecting something like 4.5 million sales nationwide. That's it. And the buyers were waiting for that rate relief to finally make their move. But then inflation stayed stubborn. Geopolitical tensions pushed uncertainty higher, and mortgage rates did not drop as the forecasts predicted. They're sitting still at the mid-sixes right now, still lower than last year, but not the relief that buyers were hoping for. So the national forecast got revised. Experts now expect only 4 million instead of 4.5 million in sales, and that is a very meaningful revision. But it doesn't mean that the market has collapsed. It means buyers stayed cautious just a little longer than expected. And when you understand that, everything happening in our market makes a lot of sense. So let's zoom in into Schenley Park, because this is what really matters. The data here for the first 6 months is this. Inventory levels are running very close to where they were in the first half of 2025, so they remain stable. The supply of homes for sale in our area is totally in line with last year. However, days on market have increased significantly. Homes in the Schenley Park area that were averaging 60 days on market in 25 are now taking close to 90 days to sell. That's a 50% increase in the time it takes the home to go under contract. And then there's the sales volume. Closed transactions in our area for the first 6 months in 2026 are down 15% compared to the same period last year. Fewer homes are actually crossing the finish line. Buyers are qualifying, viewing properties, and making offers, but the combination of elevated mortgage rates and pricing expectations is slowing everything down. Some deals are falling apart, and others are simply not even starting. So what has changed? It is buyer behavior. Buyers are taking longer to commit. They're being more selective, and they are much more sensitive to price. So what does the second half of the year look like? National experts still believe that home prices will rise this year, and they haven't really revised the forecast downwards despite the slower sale. The reason for that is simple. Even with lower buyer demand, the number of homes for sale nationally is still relatively limited. Supply has not overwhelmed demand, and that imbalance is what keeps prices even if stable in this market. So in the Schenley Park area, we have stable inventory, not a surplus. Prices are not in a free fall. Sellers who are overpriced, who are above the range, are taking 90 days or more to sell. There's another factor that experts are watching closely, and that I think is very important to also hear in the area. And that is that a sizable amount of pent-up demand is sitting on the sidelines right now. Buyers who want to move, who are ready financially, but who have been waiting for rates to come down, are still waiting. Now, as soon as rates do come down, what it means for our market is that the demand is going to move up. So there will be more buyers. The buyers who are waiting for prices to drop dramatically are probably going to be very disappointed, because the data does not support that outcome, not nationally and not here in Schenley Park. So here's what I want to leave with you. Whether you're a homeowner in the Schenley Park and Coral Terrace area thinking about selling, or someone who's been watching the market trying to decide when to move, the first half of 26 was slower than 25. That's a fact. Sales are down 15%, Homes are taking 30 days to sell, more than last year, and buyers are being very, very deliberate. But inventory is steady, prices are holding, and the conditions that have caused buyers to pause, that is high rates and economic uncertainty, are the same conditions that, when they ease, will release all that pent-up demand back into the market. If you're a seller, the conversation right now is about pricing and strategy. Getting your home priced and presented correctly for this market is what gets the property sold, because the homes that are moving are presented and priced right. And there are buyers out there. They're just being more careful. If you're a buyer paying attention to what's happening in Schenley Park specifically, you know inventory is not crazy high. Opportunity exists right now, with some sellers willing to negotiate. I'm including a link in the description so that you can see exactly what has sold, what has closed in the past 6 months in the area. And as always, I'm just a text or call away. I'm Berenice, your Schenley Park specialist. Can't wait to talk to you soon.